that. Make some noise. Okay, so where are the sophomores?
Woo woo! Woo woo!
Where are my juniors at? Seniors. No, wait, I heard there was some alum in the building. Where's my alums at?
To place me. Cops try to mace me, and Fox News would like us to all think like Stacy. Well, maybe times are changing. Maybe we're finally understanding the reality that the way they captured our people is by capturing our mentality. It's impossible to take our intelligence, our beauty, our strengths. So instead, they went to great lengths to make us think they did. They knew they couldn't really take us, so they made us think they got rid of everything that made us golden. Like all of our power was within their hold, and what some people don't want you to realize is that our gifts and abilities have been there all our lives. The minute we unchain our minds, I'm confident that we will find that black isn't a setback, it's a badge of honor. So I'm not buying into any other message from an unknown caller that doesn't want you to know you're made of honor. You're made of greatness, so celebrate this. No need to wait. This mind game they've been playing for centuries is over. And I'm not saying everyone is an enemy, for sure. I'm just saying we've been walking around for miles, searching for the X that marks the spot for a while, but I see now that the treasure has always been inside us. And we can't be buried, even though they try to hide us. They may have nearly fried us, they may have denied us, but the one thing we can never let them do is divide us. And I just believe so strongly in the possibility for us to prosper, not just as black people, but as sons and daughters, students and teachers, believers and dreamers, kings and queens, and just as human beings. Continuing the march can seem like a burden to bear, but I hope when I say this, these aren't just words in your ear. MLK once said, "I may not get there with you, but he knew we'd get there." So even if our change doesn't come as soon as next year, even if better days for our people don't become seen in our lifetime, we still have to fight because we are the future's lifeline. We have to continue paving this road, regardless of if we get to reap what we've sowed, and it may take a long time.
Reality and dreams, impossible money schemes. One simple idea by any means, we get our collard greens. Inception is the worst deception. Feed their brain with lies, make them think it's recollection. Domination in disguise. This is Sparta. Look, no father's sons grow up without their fathers. Throwing toddlers in the waters, turning into monsters. Born a soldier, told to put his family on his shoulders. Cause mama getting older and it's sick of roller coasters. At the age of 7, pray to heaven. Now we don't call 9/11. Thrust into a daughter and expected to put weapon. All he knows is Armageddon. Great Depression, repossession. Told to learn his lesson, but he can't afford the class in session. Understand the plan. They forced the man to take a stand, fighting for the land his forefathers had lived by.
My brother and I are constantly arguing. Not about who has to wash the dishes or how late I can stay out. My brother and I are constantly arguing about color. One day, we were riding down McDonald Avenue and saw a pool of police cars harassing a black man. He was wearing pants 3 times his size, black hoodie draped over his shoulders, so my brother automatically labeled him guilty. It's funny how people who have been oppressed can eventually become the oppressor. In Arizona, police have the right to stop and search a car if the driver looks illegal. In New York, police have the right to stop and frisk a black boy if he looks criminal. A black boy and brown boy are more likely to die before growing, before graduating, before turning 18, before being able to vote, before attending prom, before going to college, if they even have the opportunity to go to college, before marrying, before having kids, before finding hope, before they are given the chance to show white supremacy that they are more than the black man killed every 28 hours by police, more than black on black crime, more than black on brown crime, more than black on white crime, more than any crime they are told they cause. I don't just mean Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin, Oscar Grant, Alex Nieto. I mean black boy sitting in the back of his class worried of how he's gonna pay the bills for his family. I mean Mexican boy hiding under his bed when the cops show up afraid of he will be deported. I mean boys, long lost boys seeking redemption, getting justice through gunshots. I mean black and brown boy turning against each other too. Black boy versus brown boy. Sounds like a court case that never reached the verdict. Reminds me of the justice we never received. We are constantly killing each other, look straight into each other's eyes, but too afraid to see our own reflection, so we shoot. Blind to the struggles that bind us together, we plead guilty to our own people. No matter how similar our struggles have been, we still manage to blame each other. We have all bled tears for this country that doesn't want us. But we're still forced across the Atlantic Ocean to be cotton pickers, still pushed across borders to be tomato growers, immigrants breaking their spines, bending to pick food, African Americans getting whipped on their backs, skin jagged. Like my father's when he came to America seeking closure for his scars, we've learned how to deal with pain. When a black boy kills a brown boy, he becomes the migra the brown boy was so afraid of. When a brown boy kills a black boy, he becomes the cop the black boy was so afraid of. When we kill each other, we become the stereotype society expects us to be. My brother and I are constantly arguing. Not about who has to wash the dishes or how late I can stay out. My brother and I are constantly arguing about equality. I am Latina, but not just Latina. I am everyone who has ever been robbed of freedom. I am anyone who has ever been murdered for justice. I am someone who is trying to make her home a place where her people are not afraid of each other. Imagine if we came together. Imagine if our blood bled for each other, not against one another. Imagine if our court case finally reached a verdict. No longer would our skins be torn open to carry the burdens of those that don't want us. We are life, liberty. We deserve freedom. But only we can break the chains wrapped around us. Only we can bring the seeds meant to grow, to choke us. Only we have the power to walk out this court case free. Together.
I hope they sing about me. Today my vision's cloudy. Let me just explain how I feel and play the field. The tongue of the wise still. So I just spit daffodils and soil that's loyal to holy nature and the creator. Black Panther flows got COINTELPRO looking at lyrics, but I don't fear it because my spirit is the candle of the Lord. So I'm in ascendancy, of course. And the stand of my energy is transcendent in ways that replenish me. And I promise I'm not violent. That the Lord did with my enemies and his mercy and loving kindness. That's just mine. It's one black man who didn't fall into structural scams of Uncle Sam's scheme plan and past the average lifespan of a black man. But every time I turn on the news, I get confused and try to construe why riots always ensue. My only reaction is to express my passion and frustration in the booth. Now I know why my people created the blues. And if they sing about me today, I hope it expresses my reality and joyfulness and pain. Cause every day is not the same. With the zodiac of a Gemini, so I'm rarely sane. You can see I'm scatterbrained and it's hard sometimes. Trying to break down life with no end signs. These thoughts just sit in my mind. And all the stress I can't digest. Some days I think I'm moving forward, but I just digress. And every night of my nightmares, I just die less. Tonight it was a diabetic in a night dress. She grabbed me close and told me pull the plug next to her bed. I told the patient be patient, life ain't adjacent to the pace of the reaper. I painted pictures that's deeper, the Poseidon spit in ether. At the depths of the ocean I need to keep focused on my own evil, start retrieval, not projecting negative energy onto other people. And seeing everyone as my
I'll just get to the point, right? Alright, here we go, Black Girl Party. Why you hiding from me? Let me pull you close. Reveal what lies beneath like you missing clothes. Teach me your ways, I can be your student. Prudent in all your ways, I just ask you see me through it. I feel your energy. Keep me abreast with your synergy. Dive into my soul and drown in all my mysteries. You're the silhouette of elegant, relevant in every aspect of life. Touch the hands of the man who wants to fill you inside and out. Keep me thirsting for more despite this California drought. Black beauty, my time is not to be played with. And I spend the majority of my days thinking about you, Black love. Sent from above, you are the exquisite trouble I would love to get into. Never has there been a beauty so divine in my eyes that I've had the pleasure to witness. Guide my legs towards yours in an effort to move towards progress together. Allow me to massage you from head to toe in an effort to understand your complexities. I want you next to me in my destiny. Black love, you've arrested me. Allow me to please you and do no wrong. Sing to me the songs you've sung for centuries, leaving a lasting legacy for all to see. Music to my ears, help me understand your message and grow me. May each day left be a step toward the right direction. Lead me not astray, but let me bask in the allure you possess. Teach me how, pain me not, pleasure me abundantly. Black love.
Harriet, it's getting kind of heavy, but somebody's got to carry it to our freedom. The bloodlines of Black excellence are in me, so salute a queen when you see one. A king like Coretta Scott, still regal with the speech, even though I know I swear a lot. I got the vernacular down proper, trying to be like Betty Shabazz, not Crocker. They say I'm kind of crazy and they think I'm off my rocket because I got my dreams to stay following. I'm just like a stalker, tiptoeing to the top spot. But these words weighing heavy on my head, just like this top-notch flows come from the seeds they planted. Right in these stanzas, trying to change these standards. AKs grow on fire and they couldn't hold a candle to her. Like moths to a flame, and you see how they drew her. Aiming for success for my people from the sewer, the gutter, or the hood. I'm from a few blocks over, but still wish somebody would get to testing, cause my bars pack still just like a Smith & Wesson. Artillery in my artistry, their biggest error ever was arming me with this infantry, stylizing lyrics like a symphony. It's sound check, worries. My mind's got a lot of wondering if they'll ever try to cage me like a soda, but a free bird can't be stressing. Penning these poems, praying for Maya Angelou's blessing from heaven, an angel that endured hell but still holding down a whole nation, just like Michelle. Her heights I still hope for, but I'm used to the girl chilling in the back of the club with a book like Oprah, or who knows how this thing goes. I could be that girl slut walking with Amber Rose, or another video model just trying to strike a pose, Melissa Ford, or any other reference. The girl is on the cover come up, you know. Essence, teaching lessons with the lines. They know I got the wickedest written rhymes. Shonda, I am every woman, you ain't even got to ponder. Ascendant is what I'm seeking, a type of teacher, beacon like Mavis, trying to stand tall in the struggles, you know, Angela Davis. And much respect to the women who paved the way so I can stay this where I stand. And damn sure we won't forget Sandra Bland and all the others we lost to oppression and hatred. They want to cover up the truth, well let's strip it naked and bear it all. Strong women, there's usually a call or a cause close to we're involved, and we don't always want to, but sometimes we do it all, from hashtags to taking over your whole city hall. And for the record, there's no such thing as pretty for a Black girl, or just pretty, y'all. I'm pretty, period, and the period of clean qualities are in me. Other artists can't check me, so you might as well king me, or sing me a sweet song of freedom's bliss from the lips of Lady Day and Miss Simone. Strange fruit swaying in the breeze, but I know I'm not alone. I stand here on the shoulders and broken backs of all those who came before me. That's why I put my all into anything I'm performing. Hey, y'all. I got one more for y'all. It's brand new, so bear with me. All right. Yeah. Born in 97, wanted to be a star from the start, till somebody told me, baby girl, gotta speak from the heart. What's the point in creators if the art is artificially flavored? My generation resurrected real, we had to save her. A crusader with a cape rather than a crucifix, and my kryptonite is the moment I reply like, who is this? And why you hit my phone, homie, real, recognize real, so I know you don't know me, I don't fraternize with the phonies and my other weaknesses, the moments I be feeling lonely, feeling like the face in the mirror. Don't even know me, searching for the naked truth, just standing there in my chonies, wondering, did they ever stop Coney? They call us slacktivists, criticized on both sides for not toting the blackest fist. Above my head, wonder what it will be like the day that I am dead. I live in my head.
Man, they don't want me to get to talking, especially when my mind is to spinning like a Walkman. They say follow your dreams, but baby, I'ma stop them, cause if I don't, then who will? Living in the Matrix, think I took the blue pill or the red one. I just wanna kill the gang till they yelling red rum or murder, she wrote. My mind stay moving like impossible and she go. I wanna shine, but baby, we glow up. Don't wanna grow up, wanna live free. Hope that word is disrespectful. Yeah, she know, but I be rattling off, got that drum machine flow. Though it seems slow, the revolution might be broadcast, it's not on screen though. Trying to stay alive, make it to 75.
In the white space. I'm from internal male dominance and external femininity. I'm from gumbo, a mixture of seasonings and flavors, from the brown paper bag acceptance to the hair comb test rejections. I'm from kente cloth of strong colors, emotions, strong bonds, relationships, deep history, and promising futures. I'm from a struggle of duality, from racial oppression and homophobic brutality. I'm from a life of over-sexualized and under-sexualized values. I'm from the Amber Rose, the Kim Kardashian, the RuPaul, and the Bevy Smith. I'm a sexuality show so strong it can't be missed. 50 Shades of Black, you see. One of the problems in the Black community is because of hypocrisy. Thank you.
Alright, so next up we have our own Anna Alexis. Let's hear.
Alright, so my poem is entitled Where I'm From, Marlon Ray's Perspective. I'm from a little bit of everything, just like Big Mama's gumbo. Man, it's delicious, let me tell you. I'm from Africa, the motherland, the root, the foundation of my being. I am from Black women, the source of strength and beauty in one. The one who knows just what to put in that gumbo, tasting right. I am from the Washingtons, Du Bois, MLKs, Malcolm X, who paved the way for me to find myself. We say Black power, but what is black? Who am I? I am from the power of knowledge and inquiry, which comes from my ancestors. Under this search, I am destined to discover the naked truth, the real me. I am from an array of music, jazz, rap, R&B, and hip-hop. Baby, it don't stop. It's a blend of who we are, of who I am. I am from the time of revolutions, perhaps the ones that may not be televised, where we are identifying who we are, not the other way around. It's about damn time. I am from the Black touch, where everything turns to gold, for it's something we treasure and learn of each and every day. Each and every day. I am from God, the one who does not judge me nor hate me for who I am. In fact, he loves me more than I love my own, my whole entire being, my identity. It's because he knows me, the real me. I'm from a culture where my people have more strength in numbers than my T-cell count on a daily basis. Only if they understood the power that they have, a stronger sense of community, for this will give us the unity that we all search for. I'm from patriarchy, the structure that has tried to dictate my life for me. It has attempted to structure my manhood and identity, for my masculinity has been tested. It was told that being Black and gay wouldn't work. They tried to say I wasn't manly enough to be a man, but here I am, proud of the man I am. I'm from sugar and spice, the mixture of not so everything right, at least according to society. Where being gay and Black isn't the end thing, but the gumbo still tastes right, you see. So who are they to tell me who I am or who I am not, what Black is, what Black ain't? I'm from my experiences, the experience of a gay Black male. For they hold power and strength in their validity. I have a purpose, and so do they. After realizing this, it comes to no surprise why I'm from some damn good gumbo. With just a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it's a recipe for something great, something diverse, multidimensional, something beautiful. Taste it. I promise you'll like it. This is where I'm from.
She swims in her own sugar. Takes one look at a photo that reflects an ugly. They do not describe them against frantically. Drowning in a pool of salt. She is the most beautiful, ugly you will ever meet. Picture. Snapshots from a stranger. Compliments are custom.
It's popular by the man of God. Beautiful is the common word, perfect. She's not Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, nor Beyonce. God made out of puzzle parts. She's supposed to partly dark skin. Hair short and kinky on top of a suit, look like an overused dirty mop. Cleaning up the fragrance and anti-Barbie characteristics, they do not let the flame of her insecurities. She's a proud nappy. With knowledge that beauty cannot be found within the measurements of your hips. But when you barely depart your lips to expose a seesaw self-esteem, confidence can be lost in the jungle gym of your smile, and the facades can be done up in the roots of little black girls who cling up to the reflected image, dancing on the string of your swag as the swag was ever typed up in the first place picture. She protects the poem versus between clenched teeth. Swallowing whole, untarnished, tainted, second-sense excuse for a bottle and informed tricks to you. Sent the most passionate poem to make you believe that this resting engine will be something admirable. I possess a cool hat for every hair out of place. The stereotype of a poet is spoken of it. This set a red eye for every back impression of my lips a poem. For each strip of twisted tooth, my flaws can be put with walking sticks and pimp coats. Fans call me humble. But it's maybe because I only apply enough confidence for two-word sentences like, thank you enough, too kind enough, smell well with the mouth still shut like Sealy. For this reason, everyone thought Sealy was sweet and too kind. I wonder what would happen if you gave her a hip hairdo and a microphone, but I'll kiss her because she shook angry has to do spin, and a possibly chased away past lovers, all at the same time. Do you know what it is like to feel well-fasted and insecure all at the same time? So, my stage presence? It's compacted with a lot of pain, and I can suppose how ugly things until the audience gets stuck into my story like a second skin. Tap your wrist. Do you feel my pulse beating? This is the rhythm of a woman. I just want to touch a woman. I just use the image calculated in the form of graphic lens, piece of plastic, or her snapshot. The photographer be my homeboy and be my bully. Hit me with your hardest punch. I'm looking up at this feeling, this incompletion, this dissatisfaction with God's creation. Do not shut me, Father. I do not blame you. Only ever want to be the bad girl, the villain in the hometown of Canton, New Jersey, aka the city of Gotham. And even though our fight was there compared to the Joker's, his drive and insecurities ain't have nothing on her. But as you recall, she left her makeup and costume back in Chicago, a bad habit. So the next time she passes a mirror, a thick set piece of glass may only have one purpose, y'all. To slit the wrist of every insecure character I ever once played. For the purpose of feeling that much more whole in my imperfections. Besides, ain't nothing more cooler than when your flaws actually walk with the limp. Thank you.
Almighty and wise God, we thank thee for last night's lying down and this morning's early rising. Clothes to wear, shoes on our feet, of proper mind and body, with portion of health and strength. We know that you are God, and besides thee there is no other. You only have to say the word, and a man will lay down and die. Say another word, and man will rise again. Thank him for being so good to us. Oh God, be with all those here, and those who wanted to be here and couldn't. Touch them, oh God, in a special manner. And be with the sick and afflicted throughout this land and country. Be with the soldier on the battlefield and the prisoner behind prison bars. For you, O Lord, are a doctor that's never lost a patient, and you are a lawyer who has never lost a case. Forgive us our sins, O God. If there is anything in us contrary to your will, we ask you to move it as far as the east is from the west. We thank you for your Son, Jesus, who died for our sins and rose from the dead, saying, all power is in my hands. We come as humbly as we can, O God. Teach us how to pray and what to pray for. O God, touch a sinner man or woman. May they turn to you and repent of their sins before it's everlasting too late. O Lord, have mercy on us. Build us up where we're torn down. Strengthen us where we're weak. Be with all those on the highways and byways and help them reach their destinations, Heavenly Father. O God, we just thank you. Thank you for being so good to us. Bless this service, Lord. May every man, woman, boy, and girl hear the good news that you must be born again. Convict their hearts, O God, so they can be saved. And when our lives come to an end, O Lord, I pray that Jesus is waiting there at the old River Jordan. When all the prayers are said and all the songs are sung, When it's all over but the shouting, when all the Bibles and hymn books are closed, when we go into our rooms to come out no more, when we stick our swords into the sands of time, give me a home somewhere in your kingdom where we can sing and praise your name forever. This is my prayer in Jesus' name. Amen. Triskaidekaphobia. LMU has a fear of the 13. 13 full-time, tenure-line black faculty, 13 student nominees to take 13 goals to President Snyder's office. Please send 5. 13 black people eating the Last Supper. Whenever 13 black people are gathered with purpose, one of them always winds up crucified. We live in a world that fears 13. They worry that 13 represents 13 million black people ready to tear the nation asunder. They can't see the love that has flown through 13 generations, culminating in 13 student nominees, whose time is now. Please send 5. BP's in memoriam. There are not many of us left now that you are away. One to the ancestors' realm, some to far away lands, some choked by the briars of jealousy and ire. It's lonely here, and I'm not old enough to be too old for this shit. 3 black professors on medical leave this semester, but there's no disease called being sick and tired. I need you, I miss you, I love you. In memory of those who passed away, in memory of those who walked away, in memory of those who couldn't find a way to stay, to fight, to serve, to care, in memory of those who fought the fight. I need you, I miss you, I love you, especially now that you're away, and all that's left are memories, in memory, in memoriam. In memoriam, Ron Barrett, John Davis, Maggie Hunter, Tony Brown, Paul Zaliza, Cassandra Vaney, Anthea Butler, Diane Glave, Don Bennett, Joseph Jewell, Quaker Person Lynn, Dexter Blackman, Jenny Green, Angela James, Gail Buck, Clarence Griffin, Eddie Beckton, Ashley Patterson, Linda McMurdoch, Stephen Wright, Robbie Lee, Dorinda King, and Melvin Robert. In memoriam.
I see my story, more vivid than the images they paint before me. Martin, Rosa, Harriet, X. Where's the voice now? Who will speak up next? And fight, we must fight. It keeps on going. They helped start this fire, we must keep it glowing. We must speak out for injustice and make what's wrong right. We must preach the beauty that comes from black life. Please, no more killing, no more bloodshed. Your guns have killed sisters, brothers, and friends. The change is ongoing, we must keep it alive. We must preach the beauty that comes from black life. The leaders before have paved a brave way. We must march behind them. We are no longer enslaved. Let's live out the dream. Content of character will prevail over all. That thugs won't be shot because they stand tall. Because their dark hoods cover their head. To have a white man suspect and then leave them for dead. We must use our eyes because we are not blind. We must speak up now, for this is our time. We must endure faith and keep our black pride. We must preach the beauty that comes from black. I hear the news, the more I seem to feel the hate. Hate in a world that's gone too far, killing people, and they want to bottle us in jars and silence all that we know. The politics behind the curtain, they pay for what we hear. That blacks are bad and ghetto, but that's not what I see in the mirror. That blacks are thugs and hip-hop fiends, and they try to strip us of our dreams. It's what they feed us in our minds, but all they ever cook are lies. Where's the strong, ambitious blacks I know, my friends I see by day? The ones who work hard to do what's right and the ones who want to make a change. There are blacks with educations and things to contribute to society too. And this black girl has been educated in these halls at LMU. So no, we're not statistics. We're a movement motivated by love. And with this vow, we surely can and truly will rise above.
It is easy to get hurt because it's too hard to let go. It is easy to fill our ears with comforting lies because the truth is a burden too heavy to bear. It is easy to camouflage in a crowd where nothing is unique, but is accepted because the criticism that comes along with being ourselves and being original is too discouraging. It is easy to seemingly drown our problems away with distractions, but that is only suffocating the wound that needs air to heal. We are a misled generation, craving nothing more but the meaningless acceptance from a world that wants to see nothing more than our failure. We have potential, but choose to let our ignorance be as blissful as the evening sky. We have the power to change the world, but instead decide to let the world change us. We can be so much more than thoughtless, useless adolescents. We can be so much more than the jail cells built on our test scores. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to take action? The world around us is dying, and we will die with it if we don't speak up, and stand tall. We are the future, and we are here. Our voices need to be heard in a way that echoes positivity, excellence, and intelligence. We can be so much more than what we are now. So my generation, where you at?